Hey everybody, notes from the commissioner's desk hits the road as after school's over, but I'm still at work. So welcome to Wyatt. Notes from the commissioner's desk. Here they come. We're on the road this week with notes from the commissioner from Young Achievers. Let's go. It's good to be back with you all here on week 5 of Notes from the Commissioner's Desk. Week 4, I ran into some struggles. I don't know what happened, but, I thought that I was going to be able to get it done, and it just didn't happen. It was crazy. I almost had it was just this wild dream of what happened. Oh, I wish you could have seen it.
Kevin, what's wrong?
I'm sick. I don't feel good.
You gotta get up, babe.
No,
You gotta make your notes from the commissioner video.
I can't do it.
I think I got somebody here who could help.
Who?
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
You're right. It's time to get back to the commissioner's desk.
What are we waiting for? Take it!
All right, so on to business with the 5 things you need to know going into this week 5. All right, number 1. Number 1, where's the defense? This past week we saw defenses and they were boom or they were bust. We had 23 points scored by the Green Bay Packers, crazy points. We had 2 scored by the vaunted Seattle Seahawks defense. Think about it like this, everybody. We had 10 teams score under 7 points. 10 teams scored less than 7 points defensively, and 3 of those teams actually scored in the negative. The defense has been offensive last week. All right, on to number 2, and we're going to call this the curious case of barbecue sauce. I don't want to throw him under the bus as being the GOAT again, but Jonah's really struggling, and this week was a great example. When your defense scores 23 points, you have to assume you're going to win. That is until your starting quarterback, who plays for the New York Paper Plane Jets, scores -1. I mean, Geno Smith for 27 yards, and the Green Bay Packers defense scored 23 points in fantasy football. When that happens, you're probably going to lose. And when it keeps happening, you're probably going to be 0-5. Sorry, Jonah. All right, on to number 3, and that's the team of the week. And we're going to have to give that award to Plusle Muscle. They fostered the pain to Mackenzie, who gets her first loss of the year. Maria went back down to Minnesota and took the O from Mackenzie and replaced it with a 1. Hey, Mackenzie, there's nothing wrong with being 4-1, but undefeated, no more. Great job, Maria. You get the team of the week. All right, on to number 4. And we know what that is. It's everybody's favorite, the GOAT of the week. I'm going to have to pick on my good friend, Alex Cookie Monster Cook, because your team scored under 50 points, and you had 29 points on your bench. Alex, think about it like this. You got 0 touchdowns from your running back, wide receiver, tight end, or flex position. If you don't get touchdowns from those positions, you don't get wins, and you didn't get wins this week. Do better, buddy. You're the GOAT of the week again. On to number 5, which is the one that everybody cares about, the game of the week. And this week, it's not even close, as we've got the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, the highest scoring team in the league versus the last undefeated team in the league. We've got Stephen James versus yours truly. Philly's finest takes on strong side to see who really is number 1. You know, Steve, you're a great guy. We're pod mates, but I hope there's no hard feelings when I deliver this butt whooping to you this week. All right, everybody. I'll check in with you next week. Have a great week. Fantasy football is always fun, and I think this week is going to be super exciting, not just in our fantasy league, but in the NFL altogether. I'll see you guys next week. Commissioner